and this week I'm going to be talking to you about some favorite snacks that I make here at home from scratch that have been favorites amongst our children, and they're homemade, pretty good ingredients. Some of them do have a little sugar in them, but they go over well, and it just feels good to know that they are eating homemade snacks that are not filled with all of the extra stuff from the store. So we have 4 children, and just like all their personalities are different, so are their taste buds. So I make a variety of things throughout the week that I know for sure 1 or 2 particularly likes. So not everything I make is eaten by everyone. So we try to do a variety. First, we're going to start off with some granola bars, and these are a favorite amongst myself, my husband, and 2 of our children. So 2 of them aren't really interested in them, but quite a few of us are. So this is a favorite. I don't necessarily make it every week, but we do make it often. I'm going to link the recipe below that I have based it off of, and I adjust it a little bit because there's some different ingredients that I use, but I do want to give credit to where I got it from. So it's a very easy recipe. You just start out with 2 cups of oats into a bowl, and from there you want to add in your add-ins. And that's one of the things that I really want to talk about is this, but we're going to do the other ones first. So I do about a half a cup of chocolate chips, and I'm almost out. So I don't have quite a half a cup there, but that's okay. These are mini chocolate chips. I've got some bigger ones in the pantry that I can use. And then I do about a half a cup of cranberries. I have some organic cranberries from Azure Standard that I normally use, but I was out, so I've got a few packs of just the Great Value ones before we open back up a little more than half a cup there, but that's okay because we like cranberries. And then this is something that I started adding a couple of weeks ago when I made these for one of the times I was making these. I had gotten in my Azure order, and I tried what's called Coruscant wheat puffs, which is basically when you look at fresh milled flour, it's basically kamut. So it's the wheat berries, and I don't know how they do it. I'm guessing just over high heat, but they are able to make these puff. And so these are what I use now as like the crunch in the granola bars. I used to use just like a Rice Krispie, but I use these now, and they have been going over really well. So a couple of things I'll link below is the actual link to this, and then I have a past video where I talked about that month's Azure order, so I'll put that down there as well. So I'm going to do a little bit more than a half a cup on these. I'll do about 3/4, maybe even closer to 1, and put that in there and mix all that together. You don't even need a spoon. I just mix it here with my hands, and that is the dry ingredients. So then we need to move on to the wet ingredients. All right, now we need to add our wet ingredients. Then they are going to go on the stove and cook. So it's a 1/4 cup of butter, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, but I have been taking mine down to 1 tablespoon. I'm working on really reducing sugar. Interesting fact about me is I had a strep throat infection for the first time in I believe my whole entire life, and it triggered psoriasis, which I didn't know I had. So I'm working on cutting back on sugar and trying to heal my gut. Half a teaspoon, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm using a half teaspoon thing here, so it's not full. And then we do a half teaspoon of vanilla and a 1/3 cup of honey. The last thing is a 1/4 cup of peanut butter. And then all of that is just going to go on the stove. So so it can all get melted together. Talking real quick, and I will. Alright, so I have my sauce all heated up and melted and ready to go. So you can do this at 2 different ways at this point. You could let this cool off a little bit and then pour it into your dry mixture, or you can just pour it right in. But here's why you may want to let it cool off. If you don't let it cool off and you just pour it straight in, it is going to melt all of your chocolate chips that you have in there. And it doesn't mean that your granola bars aren't going to have that little chocolate flavor, because they will. It's just going to be melted and you won't have the full chips in there. That's how we do it. I just pour it in hot and it melts most of them and it doesn't bother me at all. And then sometimes I just put a few chocolate chips on the top before they go into the fridge to cool and start to set. So mine is still hot, and I'm gonna pour it in the dry ingredients and get it mixed together. But again, if you really want to want the texture of the chocolate chips in your granola bars, you're gonna want it to cool off for a little bit, but not so long that it starts to thicken up. Because again, remember, there's peanut butter and honey in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in and get it mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last step is to get this into like a 9x9 pan, and it'll look pretty loose, but it'll all set together good in the fridge, and get it patted down. And at this point, if you wanted to put some chocolate chips on top, I would do mini chocolate chips and kind of smash them in. And then it goes in the fridge for a couple hours. I would say at least 2 to 3 hours to let that honey and peanut butter really work together and get it all. Next up, we have homemade bread made with fresh milled flour. I consider buttered bread a snack in our home, and most everyone loves it. I feel good about making bread from freshly milled flour and seeing it eaten as a snack. Fresh milled flour is packed with nutrients and contains 40 of the 44 necessary nutrients for the human body. The loaf I have been making most often consists of hard white wheat and hard red wheat. Sometimes I increase the recipe and use a 2-pound Pullman pan like in this video, but I often just use one regular loaf pan too. I have 2 videos linked below, all about the benefits of freshly milled flour and which wheat berries to use to get you started on that journey. And then we have my favorite pumpkin muffins made with oats instead of flour. I discovered these when I was postpartum and nursing my second, and you know that nursing hunger. Well, after they came out of the oven, I think I ate 3 in a row. These are so good. The kids love them, and I like being able to get in the nutrients that pumpkin has, since it's not something we regularly eat. The chocolate chips give these muffins a perfect little sweetness added to them. This recipe is from Yummy Toddler Food, linked below, and I encourage you to check her out on social media and her blog. She has some awesome kid-friendly recipes. And last, we have mini donut muffins, also from Yummy Toddler Food. I like these for their size. They are an easy grab and go snack. The sugar content is a little higher than I like, but it's all about balance, and you can't win them all. I have made these with freshly milled flour before. I use spelt, the same amount that the recipe calls for, but I do increase the milk amount a little and I let the mixture rest for at least 15 minutes before scooping it into the pans and baking. So here are 4 from scratch snacks that I make pretty regularly in our home. I hope you try some of these. If you found this video helpful, I'd love for you to like it, comment below, and even subscribe.